Good morning. It's an early Sunday morning. I headed out because I got a call from a friend about a tool that I don't need, but, a friend has an old Delta contractor saw. I saw it quite a number of years ago. Well, a move is going on and they don't need the saw. And they said, hey, do you think it's worth this much? And I said, well, it's worth a lot more than that. And then they said, do you want it? So here we go. Early Sunday morning, table saw mission. We'll see what happens. So here we are picking up the table saw. We'll clear off some stuff. It's the old Delta contractor saw, very good saw. As you can see underneath there, it's got the unifence. I'm very excited. Very fruitful day. We did a startup. Belt is shot, so we'll get rid of that. It didn't have the quick disconnect, so we did a quick clip. We don't want to dawdle about all day. So these, you could take the motors off. It's got a little spring-loaded. See if I can still do it. Like so, and like so. And then you would take your motor off for portability. We're going to pull off the front rail, the table, possibly the stand. It only takes a few minutes. There's only a few bolts with these, and we'll be on the road. Ready? So we tore this thing down. It's been sitting for quite a number of years. The last time I saw it, it looked a bit better, but I'm kind of excited. So this unit is a 34-444 standard, made in Tupelo, Mississippi, contractor saw. This is from the Pentair years before when they transitioned from Rockwell to Pentair, but before the Black & Decker buyout and kind of death. Talk to you later. We're back at the shop with our Delta contractor saw. It's the model number 34-444. So this saw came with, as we said earlier, 1.5 horse electric motor, dual voltage, 110 or 220. Standard, they would come with the jet lock fence. This guy has the unifence. It's a wonderful fence. I like it because my friend is a very particular fella. We got the original owner's manual. The unisaw does not have a rear rail on the saw, so it requires a table board. This fella here. Interestingly enough, when you bought the unisaw, for many of these contractor saw, to hold up the table board, they just sent these standard table legs, the 3 screws. This saw still has the belt guard. That most people, including myself, said the heck with. Aha. These are the stamped steel extensions that Delta used for many, many years. The original miter gauge, unsure where it is. Here's an older Craftsman that came along with it. They're really pretty basic. There are very fancy ones available, and the sky is the limit as to how much you can spend on these things. This is the unit itself. I'm just going to bring it out, set it on our little mobile workbench here, upside down, and we'll take a look at the inner workings. These saws are heavy. So if you do buy one and you're going to be moving a second-hand saw, keep in mind there's quite a bit of weight to it. It never hurts to have help. This is the rail that the fence glides on. And this is the standard base that these guys came with. Pretty simple. 4 legs, top dealy. So here we've got a view of the inner workings of this Delta contractor saw. You can see this rod over here that connects to the handle that adjusts the tilt of your blade. We've got one going out the front here, that guy, that controls elevation. You can see that the trunnions of this saw, they bolt directly to the tabletop versus like the unisaw, if you're familiar with those, they directly bolt to the cabinet, allowing you to adjust the table to make the, it makes it easier to adjust your blade square to your miter slots and to make sure everything is squared up with your fence. These older saws have the trunnion in the back here. This guy is a separate piece from your motor mount. The newer Delta saws had a single piece casting. We'll go over to the saw that I have. We'll take a look at that quick, and that'll be our show. So here we're looking at a newer Delta contractor saw. This is the unit that they sold for a short time at Home Depot. It was before the Black & Decker buyout. As you can see, that's that rear trunnion we were talking about with the other saw. So one cast is one piece. I have kind of a nice add-on to our Delta contractor saw introduction video. I thought that I would do some custom work with it, kind of set it up the way I want it. And part of it I thought, well, I'll build a mobile base. Well, I was looking on Marketplace the other day because, you know, I was doing that to avoid actually doing things that I should be doing. And I found an Htc Mobile Base. I think it may have been for a unisaw, but it'll be a lot easier to customize that than to construct some sort of contraption. So this is the mobile base I got. Will it work well? We're going to find out eventually. It's an HTC. I will clean it up a bit, maybe get a fresh coat of paint, modify the length, I believe. Maybe I'll have to buy a welder. We shall see. Thanks for watching. I hope you're enjoying the tool adventures.